Hello and welcome to 710 Clearview Drive. The house is there, even though you can't see it. Just wanted to give you a quick look on the street view. So you have some nice homes. This one directly across the street. Very well manicured property. Some nice homes around here. So we have a gravel drive. Over here to the right, this is definitely wetlands. It looks like this is you can see there's a lot of standing water here. But I mean there's a berm here that I think protects you pretty well. So I wouldn't really be too concerned about water getting to the house. But it's there, you know, mosquitoes, stuff like that, like those environments. We have the septic back here, back right. And here she is. So as I understand it, the home has been sitting for a little while, unused. And the wood here is aged a bit, but it seems to be in actually pretty good shape. And the rough spots that we run into are really just paint for the most part. We'll see if we find anything else. But the soffits look pretty good. The gutters look pretty good. There's a few areas that are, you know, starting to show signs of rot. Maybe it was painted over before. But really, I would say nothing too crazy. We can see they've replaced some of the exterior wood paneling, the trim. Basement window. Side entrance. Deck back here seems to be in pretty good shape. The you know, it would be good to probably seal this up because it'll deteriorate pretty fast if you don't, but it's nice and durable. Yeah, nice and sturdy, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. And then obviously there's more wetlands back here. Fascia there is showing a little signs of rot. There's no gutters on this side, but the overhang looks like there's no issues because I don't see signs of moisture against the house back here. Windows appear to be in pretty good shape, somewhat newer. And back here we can see where they replaced a lot of T111, which is good, so you don't have to. But that probably needs to be covered up with some T111 or something there. Some torn screen. Propane heat, central air system. All right, and here, I can't see all that well, but it's kind of a mess down here. There's some cut electrical wires, some on the ground. You know, I'm sure those aren't in use, but I don't know. And that's where the pool is. And that sits on a cinder block pad under it. But really no overt signs of moisture penetration or anything like that. So obviously who's going to be able to give you a lot better detailed description, but that should give you a pretty good idea. All right, looks like we have a outlet there. Maybe a vent outlet, I'm not sure. That looks like it lines up where the kitchen is. So we'll check. Maybe there's a wood stove downstairs. There's some soffit damage up. I don't know if the camera can pick it up with the shadow. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of soffit damage there. And then on this chimney chase, we have some rotting wood on the corners. And what's likely happening is up there, that gutter is probably overflowing and then just rolling down that part of the chimney chase. All pretty approachable repairs from my view. Save for the crawl space. I don't know what's going on down there, but everything seems to be working properly, lights and all that. So you can see just the paint is flaking a little bit. And this is just wood panel siding. All right, here we go. Skylight. Looks like we've had some water coming through, but it doesn't appear to be active. We've had a lot of rain lately, and I think that would be a lot worse if it was active. Tile feels pretty good, and it looks pretty good. It looks like it was installed pretty well. Let's see if I can turn this light on. There we go. Probably use a new floor register there. Gas fireplace. And it looks like, and you probably have to figure out what's going on here, because they have this insert, this gas fireplace insert, but it looks like oh yeah, it's missing the front covering, so might need a new fireplace insert. I would probably just count on that. These windows up here are all fogged up, which I guess inadvertently gives you some privacy. Don't know where that goes. I don't think it expels. Maybe that's some kind of smoke eater filter. I'm not sure. Maybe it does actually expel outside. Let me check. Windows seem to be in pretty decent shape. They have a child safety lock on there, but a little tough to move. And you can see there's just some blemishes on the walls. Just a seam crack. Metal sliding door. Not the easiest to slide, but functional. And this looks like it was recently painted, maybe. So they have a little sauna in here. And the pool. It's like some air vents. Get some circulation going. They have multiple fans. And as far as testing of the pool, well, you have to see if the inspector would be willing to do that, but the pool might be, that's going to be probably a big question mark. So that's something you want to address, make sure it's functioning. And if it's not, knowing what you're getting yourself into to make sure it functions properly, checking with the township to make sure that it's been permitted and all that fun stuff. All right. For the most part, the ceiling and seams look pretty good. And I can't tell on the roof shingles, but I think you probably need a roof, in my opinion, probably sometime in the next 5 years. But no real signs of water intrusion, just that one bead that's coming off that skylight. Nice, spacious primary bedroom. Laminate flooring. But it's in good shape. Definitely serviceable and won't break your heart if it gets beat up a little bit from rentals. Okay, so we have plywood decking here. Problem with this is, where's the water going? Doesn't appear to be an issue. Like I said, we've had a lot of rain, so it must have just the right slope. Looks like they have it sealed off here, protect from water. So it doesn't look too bad. This works. It's not up to code, but it works. This beautiful accent wall. Did a really nice job with that. Boy, some new floor registers would make it look and feel a whole lot different. That's really the only blemish. There's some, we need a little more grout in some of these areas. Maybe some of the old stuff might need to be carved out a little bit and put some new grout in there. But this wall tile looks great. Nice tub. Rainfall shower head. Nice bathroom. Did a pretty good job. We have another bed here. This would not qualify as a bedroom. I think most people know that, but just a little FYI. Stairs feel nice and sturdy. And now we go downstairs. Bedroom number 2. And this just slides out to the deck. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if that flies with code or not. Maybe it does. You know, I like the way it looks, I'll tell you that. I like the way it looks, and it feels pretty sturdy. I don't think I'd fall through or a kid would fall through, so I think it would do its job. Down here they have lag bolts on the ledger board, they have joist hangers. So all that looks pretty good. All right. That door is very hard to close. Which some of these, you know, you can just clean them. Sometimes they just need a good cleaning. Maybe a little adjustment on the wheels on the bottom. Air vent. Got a little drywall repair needed there. All right, let's go downstairs. All right, so this flooring is just rubber mats, the interlocking rubber mats. And I have to say, it feels and smells a little musky down here. Definitely need to be running a dehumidifier. And you'll definitely want to do an air quality test to make sure there's, you know, not a bunch of mold spores. Let's see if we have a light in here. No light in here, but you can kind of see there. See if I can on a little bit. Looks like there has been some water down here at some point. Could be from the hot water heater. Could be from, I don't know. But I don't see anything too crazy, but there's definitely some moisture in here. All right. We have air ducts right here for heating and cooling. And this would be bedroom number 3. Window right here. I'm not sure if that one's going to be big enough to count as egress. But it was previously permitted, so who knows? I might try and measure that before I leave if I have a tape on me. All right, and now our third bathroom. Floating countertop. And this is just a piece of wood here. And you know, I really like this. You know, it's just some wood thrown together, but it's nice and simple. I like that a lot. Don't want to get it too soaked too often, but it works. Okay, now we have some signs of maybe possible mold. A lot of mildewy stuff right here. walk-in shower. I mean, I feel like this is addressable, but who knows what's behind these panels. So definitely first step would be getting an air quality test. And then after that, if they find there's mold spores in the air, then getting a mold remediation guy. I like to use Vinny Williamson. He is his company is Slate Belt Mold Tech, and he does a fantastic job. He's very reasonable. Feel free to reach out to me. I can put you in touch if you need a good mold guy. All right, and I think that about wraps it up. We'll take a look at the electrical panel here. They have the cover is off right now. I'm not an electrician. I see an open wire there. I see some cut wires here. So probably could be, it needs a little cleanup by a professional. But all the lights and everything seem to function properly. Okay, that's it from here. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.